tucking myself in. Barry, the food is not for you, bud. Hi everybody, thank you for watching. Today, I'm sitting in my living room and I have food that was just delivered. All I ate today was oatmeal this morning after the gym, and I've been out all day and I'm so hungry, so I figured why not do a little mukbang slash story time. I had tweeted something about this and you guys seemed to want to see it. So this one is for you. So I ordered Chipotle, you know, big chef in town. I ordered 3 tacos, soft tacos with guacamole on the side with veggies, and then I got chips and guac. So I guess it's not really that much, but I leave Friday morning for a friend's wedding in Punta Cana, so I didn't want to order too much because I have to be in a bathing suit. So here is the 3 tacos. They have lettuce, guac, brown rice, fajita veggies, and did I say black beans? Black beans, and then I have my own vegan mozzarella cheese, so we're gonna put a little bit of that on there as well. So it says I have to cut this. I don't want to cut this. They think that it's for them. No, guys. Ugh, I have to go get a scissor. So I had tweeted and asked you guys if you wanted to see like story time videos. I feel like I never have really done those before, and I got a lot of stories. Like, I'm 28 years old. I've been through a lot in my life. So if you guys like this idea, let me know and I will do more of them for sure. So I was gonna maybe do, so good. So I was gonna either do this as like a makeup video, you can see it, or like this, and I'm so hungry. So I figured this was better. So grab a meal, grab a snack, and let's chat. Come here, Barry. Baby man. What? Hi, bud. Hi, buddy. So I'm gonna get into the story. I just need to take like one bite because it's like, you know when you've been waiting for food for so long and you just can't even do anything besides take a bite? That's where I'm at right now. It's so good. All right, so story time. It's a little bit of a like scary story, but it happened, how old was I? 15? Almost, yeah, I was 15, so 13 years ago. So it was a very long time ago, but so let me start off by saying, I have a lot of allergies. And I've always had allergies, like to so many things, like fruits, vegetables, animals, as I have 5 cats. It's a whole other story. But my allergies have always not been like so bad that I needed to carry an EpiPen or anything like that. It was just something that I just dealt with, and my mouth would get itchy and it would just be kind of like more of an annoying situation. Just wanted to throw that out there first. So the story starts back going into freshman year of high school. It was like right before school started, and I was over Moo's house, and one night me, her, and her older sister Taylor were at her old parents' house. We decided to drink. So obviously, let me put like a little disclaimer. Obviously the legal drinking age is 21. I am not in any way promoting drinking or telling you that you should be drinking or anything of that sort. This is just my story and something that I went through. So I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be mad at me for telling the story, but I thought, you know, by telling it maybe that I could maybe help prevent a situation that happened that was similar to mine that literally saved my life. So we were in our basement just like drinking, taking some shots. I ended up like getting so sick. I ended up like throwing up. Like this was probably like the second time in my life that I had ever even tried alcohol. But we were drinking Bacardi Raz, and it was the first time that I was ever drinking Bacardi Raz, and I ended up getting like really sick and I like threw up everywhere and it was bad. And her mom ended up catching us and got in so much trouble. Nicole was grounded, her sister was grounded, and Joanne, bless your heart, she didn't tell my mom, which was so nice because at the time I was like so afraid that I was gonna be in trouble. So I got off the hook for that one. Now we're gonna fast forward to homecoming. It was like homecoming weekend of my freshman year of high school, and I had a couple friends from like cheerleading that were a grade older than me. So there was, I think, there was three of my older friends, and then me and Moo. We were all hanging out at one of their houses one night, and we decided to drink some alcohol again. So obviously at that age, you need to be careful. You have no idea about anything, but we were like, whatever, let's just do it. Her parents were, the girl's parents were out, so we got a bottle of, what do you think? Bacardi Raz. Don't ask why. That was the last time in my life that I ever had Bacardi Raz. So, sorry. It's hard because I know I'm trying to tell a story, but I hate talking with my mouth open. So, I guess I should just talk with my mouth open so I don't have to keep pausing. But anyway, so that night, it was like 4 of us, 4 or 5 of us. I think there was just 4 of us. And we were all drinking Bacardi Raz, and we were just going around in a circle, like taking shots. And we all drank the same amount. We ended up getting picked up by one of our friends and going to the diner. So all of the rest of the story, I don't remember. I was told by other people, but we were all just like at her house having fun, dancing, whatever. We wanted to go to the diner. So one of our friends had picked us up and we had gotten to the diner. We had just pulled up to the diner. When we were all getting out of the car, they were all going in, and apparently I was like not doing well whatsoever. Like I was like beyond drunk. And at this point, me and Moo were friends for 6, 7, 8, like 3 or 4 years at this point. I think like 4 years. So she knew me better than anybody else, but I like couldn't even, like I wasn't even responding to anybody. I was just kind of like so out of it. And again, we had all drank the same amount, so like nobody really thought anything of it. And they were all trying to go into the diner, and they were like, just leave Carli in the car, like she's fine, like we're not gonna bring her in there, it's gonna be a mess. And Moo was like, no, like something's wrong, like there's definitely something wrong with her right now, like this isn't normal. They opened up the car door and I like fell out of the car and like hit my head on the concrete. And I'm pretty sure at that point, everyone was like, just put her back in the car, let's go eat something, we'll bring her home, she just needs to go to sleep, whatever. And Moo decided to call my sister because she was like, no, something's like severely wrong right now. So she called my sister, and we lived about maybe 10 minutes from this diner. So my sister came to come get me. Moo was waiting with me in the car, and apparently I was like foaming at the mouth, like not doing okay whatsoever. And she said it was like the scariest thing she's ever seen. And when my sister got there, I was like barely even breathing. She had to give me CPR, and she like rushed me to the hospital. My parents ended up meeting me at the hospital as well, and they said like once we got to the hospital, like it was a scene out of a movie. Like they like had me on a stretcher. There was like doctors everywhere. It was like so dramatic, and I forget the exact amount, but like the breaths per minute that I had was like so low. I was literally like minutes away from dying, and they had to hook me up to like all kinds of machines, like flush out my body. And all I remember is just waking up the next day, like laying like I think it was face first on the bed. I just remember like opening my eyes and like looking over, and my mom was sitting right there, and she like started crying. And then they explained to me like what happened, like they had to cut all my clothes off, and then I literally like just almost stopped breathing. I came to find out that I was allergic to Bacardi Raz, so that's why I had like such an intense reaction to it. But thank God, like me and Moo have cried about this so many times, because if it were not for her, like if I was with just my other friends, and listen, I'm still friends with these girls to this day, they didn't know. When you're young and you experience a situation like that, if someone's like too drunk, usually, oh, like let him sleep it off, let him sleep it off. But if Moo wasn't like freaking out and called my sister, I would have died that night in that car. So like 100% would have died that night. So it's a crazy story. I am just so grateful that she was there that night and decided to call my sister, like instead of being scared of like parents finding out and all of that. So I guess the purpose of me wanting to tell this story was because I know I do have a lot of young viewers. I'm not encouraging any. So My camera cut off and I didn't get to finish my sentence. So what I wanted to say was I'm not encouraging any young people, underage people, to drink in any way, shape, or form. I'm not saying what I did was right, obviously, but this was my experience, and I just felt if I shared my story and someone maybe went through something similar, they would know that, you know, don't be afraid to call a parent or call somebody if a friend or someone you know is in danger in any way, shape, or form. So that was my scary story. I forget where I just was because my camera turned off twice. But again, if you're ever in a situation, don't be afraid to call somebody and ask for help. I've heard so many terrible stories, and it always brings me back to that situation with me and how, you know, if she was too scared that her parents were gonna find out, because obviously everyone's parents found out, who knows how it would have ended up. So, Barry, no. Such a lady, right? I want to start doing like other content on my channel. Bear, come here. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting workout videos and stuff like that. So one of my really good friends, actually, we go to the gym together, and she's so good at what she does, and she always like helps motivate me, because I have like this problem where like after a certain period of time I just get bored. So since I've been going with her, I've definitely seen results. So I asked her to come in a video with me, and where I live there is a gym, so I am gonna do that once I get back from vacation for sure. I know you guys have been wanting to see that. So I just tweeted to send me some questions. That way I can maybe answer a couple while I finish eating. So Cinderella OX wants to know, what's your favorite thing about your house apart your closet? It's so funny that you asked that, and I'm gonna take a video right now so you guys can see. But I have rainbows all over my house. It is literally insanely beautiful, and it all comes from my different chandeliers. Like right now I have like all these like little dots and rainbows like all over my walls, which is so beautiful. So I think that's definitely one of my favorite things about my house. Look, you could see like over here. It's just like magical, and I just love it. It just makes me feel like I have angels with me. Mike Joseph wants to know, what's your favorite movie you watch over and over again? I feel like one of my favorite movies is Wedding Crashers. It's such a funny movie, but honestly, I'm more of like a documentary type of girl. Like I have a couple that I watch over and over and over again because I just love learning about all that stuff. Like my shirt, it's so funny, I just found this and I've been watching on the Gaia Network on Amazon. It's called Ancient Civilizations. I believe that's what it's called, but holy shit. Excuse my French. I have been watching so many things for so long, and I feel like this documentary, it's 2 seasons. I'm still only on season 1, but I feel like it's just kind of like I've learned this, I've learned this, I've learned this, and I feel like it just kind of like brings everything together, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. It's obviously not gonna be for everybody, but for all my spiritual people out there that just want to know like more and like why are we here, where did we come from, and just like question everything, I definitely recommend checking out this documentary because me and my dad, so my dad has been staying with me. Unfortunately, his dog Bobby passed away over the weekend, which was really sad. So he's been staying with me here, and we've been having our little like movie nights, what like we used to in my old house when he lived with me. So we've been watching that. He's the one who like showed me it because we usually watch Ancient Aliens. That's like our show, but this one is insanely amazing and I'm just obsessed. So Mads wants to know, do you plan on creating a 3rd palette? My face gives it away, so that's all I'm gonna say. Very soon. This year, like before the end of the year, so. Kate Mack wants to know, how do you think Game of Thrones is gonna end? Honestly, I have no idea, and I'm away in the Dominican this weekend, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to watch it until I get home on Monday, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly, last week's episode was absolutely crazy. I had tweeted like, thank God I had done my last like Daenerys look before last week's episode because holy shit, she just like snapped and went crazy. I don't know, maybe Jon's gonna kill her and take over the Iron Throne. Or maybe Arya is gonna kill her. I feel like someone's gonna kill Daenerys because of what she did. Because do you guys remember when Melisandre said to Arya about the color of the eyes, like who you're gonna kill? So she said blue eyes, which obviously after that episode, I figured the Night King, but maybe Daenerys, although her eyes are like bluish green, but who knows? Jordy Carney wants to know, do you have any advice on toxic relationships? Love you. Well, first of all, I love you too. Second of all, it just got like really dark. Like I looked down and I looked up and it's like dark now. If you're questioning if it's a toxic relationship, it probably is. Love is really hard. Like when you love somebody, I know like it's super hard to kind of like take a step back and like look as an outsider looking in. The only thing that I can suggest is to figure out your worth and know your worth, because once you do, you won't allow people like that to treat you the way that they treat you. And I feel like you can get to a point where you kind of just feel stuck or you're scared to leave because the future is unknown. But the only thing that I can say is it's gonna be hard at first, of course, it's always gonna be hard. But as time passes and you continue to work on yourself and make that your main priority, then I promise you, you'll look back a year from that point and just be so grateful. Like if it's toxic now and it's just a relationship, you're not married, do not let it go on to marriage because it's only gonna get worse. I don't care if people agree with me or not, but I strongly believe that there's a right person for everybody out there, and obviously it's not gonna happen as quickly for some as others, but I think once you do the right thing for yourself and you focus on yourself and you work on bettering yourself, that's when everything else in your life will kind of fall together. So if you are in a toxic relationship and you don't know what to do, like you need to ask for help, ask friends, family, you know, don't always cover for the other person and hide things to try and, you know, make the situation less than it is, because if you're feeling those feelings, it's for a reason, and you deserve better. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be treated with respect and love. And once you can see that for yourself, and once you can treat yourself with respect and love, you will know that you don't deserve anything negative like that from another person. So I'm sending lots of love and strength to people that feel stuck in a toxic relationship. You know, a lot of people have been there. I've been there. You will get through it. It's just, you know, making the decision for yourself and just not allowing that behavior, because once you allow it, it's gonna just keep happening. So I have not been single since I was 20 years old. I'm now 28, as I had mentioned. I had very, very little time being single since I was 20, and it has now been almost 7 months. That's freaking crazy. 7 months that I've been single, and let me tell you, at first it was lonely, it was weird, I was, you know, upset a lot and just kind of feeling down on myself, and I'm not gonna lie, of course all those feelings were there, and I can honestly say I'm having so much fun. I am finding myself again, I am doing things that I want to do and putting myself first, and it's so refreshing and it's so nice. And you know, for me, obviously there's people that are older that are going through stuff and are scared because of their age. But you know what? We're here for such a short period of time, or are we? As who we are now, we're here for such a short period of time, and you need to be happy. You know, I feel like we have so many, like so much pressure that we need to be married and have kids and do everything in like this certain time period, and I just disagree with that. And you know, when I was younger, I thought, you know, by 24, 25, I'd be married and with kids on the way, which is literally crazy because at that age, I was a baby. And once you start doing things that just feel right and that you know is for the best, you will see how much other things will change in your life. And it's kind of, you know, like they say, like, put the positive thoughts out there. I really, truly believe that we have some control of our own destiny, and by making right decisions and being a good person and putting good out into the universe, I believe it all will come back to you. So you will get through this. Do what's best for you. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting life, because you deserve to be happy and you don't deserve to be stuck in something where you're not. So I love you. You're better than this. You'll get through this just like I did, just like millions of people do all the time. And just keep your chin up, and I love you. And I think I said that already, but Shelby Briggs wants to know, how are you doing? How is your dad? And how are you handling and coping with all the stress and anxiety that life brings? Love you and hope you're okay. First of all, like, I'm gonna tear up just because you're so sweet, so thank you. How am I doing? I'm actually doing really well. My dad is doing really well. He, as I mentioned, you know, he lost his dog over the weekend, but she was 12 years old and she lived a very amazing life, so now she's in a happier place. But as far as like the cancer and everything, he did have his second round of chemo. So tomorrow we take him to get, I think it's an MRI or a CAT scan to see like how the treatment worked. So he's in really good spirits. I've been with him literally almost every night he's been sleeping here. And like I said, we've just been watching so many things that like just inspire us and motivate us with life. And it's just, he's doing really, really well. So thank you for asking. So I ate almost everything. It was really good. So I think with that, I'm gonna end this video because I don't even know how long it is at this point, and I can answer your questions for days. So I'll definitely dedicate a video just to a Q&A, and I'll answer your most requested questions. I pretty much ate everything. It was so good and I'm so full now. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your questions, but also for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will be away this weekend, but I'll be home Monday. So expect a lot of new content next week as well. I love you guys so, so, so much. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.